Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make 4 side dishes using Daikon Radish. So this vegetable, Daikon Radish, I think this is getting quite popular in the Western countries. I've seen these in pretty much any supermarket. It's even called Daikon Radish. Daikon just means big root. It has some good nutrients. In Western medicine, there's a thought that whatever that is in season has the nutrients that your body needs. And especially the root vegetable has the effect that warm up your body from inside. And we eat this vegetable quite often in the winter. It starts to get more sweeter as the winter gets colder. I've already made some recipes using this daikon radish. This is a very typical thing to put in miso soup or tonjiru or the pork miso soup. But today I'm making 4 other side dishes using this daikon radish. One is a salad, one is grilled daikon radish. Very typical winter food, so-called furofuki daikon or boiled daikon radish with a miso sauce. And then lastly, so-called with Kiriboshi daikon, a type of dried daikon radish. And most of them are vegetarian or vegan, so to survive this cold winter, I hope you try these recipes. Then, let's get started. Here are the ingredients for 4 side dishes using daikon radish. So these are daikon radish. To find a good daikon radish, you want to first feel it. It's not soft and it's firm. If it's soft, that means it's old. You also want to look at this top part, so-called crown. First, either it's fresh, so that these leaves are not like dangling, but also if you have it like this, then this means starting to grow the flower buds and then they cut it off. So the inside will be very fibrous and you definitely want to avoid those. In the Western country, the leaves are usually cut off like this. But if you can go to like a farmer's market or something, sometimes they have leaves like this. These leaves are also delicious, and I'm also gonna make a dish with using these leaves. And I also have here so-called Kiriboshi daikon. These are cut up and dried daikon radish. In Japan, you can buy these in supermarket, but these Kiriboshi daikon I made it myself. It's actually quite easy. Just cut up into strips like these. Then we're gonna place it on a plate like this and leave it outside and let it dry. If it's warm, dry weather, then it should be done in like a week or so. Because it's dry, the flavor is concentrated. It's actually quite delicious. Then the carrot to go with the kiriboshi daikon, lemon tuna can for the daikon salad, and then also rice to be mixed with the leaves. And then for the seasoning, I have here dashi package. I have these dashi powders for the stock, salt, soy sauce, sugar. I have your homemade miso, but you can just use regular any store-bought miso. Kewpie mayonnaise, and sake, and a little bit of frying oil. Then let's get into it. As the very first thing, let's rinse the rice. We usually throw away this water, but today I'm going to save this because we want to use it for cooking the daikon radish. And in this I'm going to put about 1.2 cups of water. And we leave this aside for at least an hour or so. So the next thing, let's cut up the daikon radish. So of course you want to wash this first, and then when you're using daikon radish, you need to know that the bottom part has a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of tanginess. So you want to use the bottom part for cooking. If you're using it raw, then you want to use the top part. So you want to take the top and bottom off. I'm going to use about that much for the grilled daikon, and about that much for the boiled daikon. So what you want to do is, you see that on 2 sides they have these root stems, so you want to get rid of these. So I'm just going to cut into about 3 centimeter width like this. So just like that. I'm going to use the top part for the salad. So for the salad, I'm going to peel off the skin because I think you have a little better texture to it. I'm going to cut this into thin strips, thin slices like these. And then you lay it flat like this, and then cut up from the side like this, and then you have thin strips like these. So just like that. And then this, cut off the top. Then this top part, I'm gonna wash it very thoroughly because as you can see, they have often dirt like this. Then once this is dried, you want to cut off the top part because they're a little bit dried and damaged. And then cut off the bottom and make sure there's no dirt. Then what you want to do is you want to cut into 1/2 centimeter small pieces like this. So just like that. Then with that, daikon radish is finished prepared. Then as the next thing, we're going to prepare the kiriboshi daikon or the dry daikon radish. So to this, I'm going to pour in hot water. I'm going to let it soak like this for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. And during that time, I'm gonna prepare the carrots. So the carrots, I'm gonna cut the top and bottom off and get a little of the damaged parts. I'm gonna cut this into about a third. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make slices like these and lay it flat. Then make a thin strips like these. So that should be enough. So just like that. And these are ready to be cooked. So in a small pot, I'm gonna put this right in here, also with the water. Then I'm also gonna put in the carrots. I'm gonna turn the heat to high and bring this to boil. So once this comes to a boil, I'm gonna turn the heat to medium and cook like this in medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes or so. So after about 2 minutes, I'm gonna season this. First with sugar, about 2 teaspoons. Then sake, about 2 tablespoons. Then the dashi powder. So this is about 5 grams. I'm gonna put about half of this. Then I'm gonna cook like this for another 2 to 3 minutes and let the sweet flavor soak in. So after another 2 minutes or so, this is a very common technique of Japanese cooking where you put the sweet flavor first and then the salty flavor. Then this, I'm gonna put in about 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Then we're gonna keep cooking like this for another 2 to 3 minutes. So about 3 minutes has passed, then this is finished. For any braised recipe like this, it's always better to let it cool down because as the ingredients cool down, they soak in the flavor. I'm gonna let it cool down as I cook the other dishes. Then as the next thing, let's make the grilled daikon radish. So for that, using a frying pan, I'm gonna turn the heat to medium and heat up the frying pan. So once it got heated, I'm gonna put in a little frying oil, about 2 teaspoons or so. And here I'm gonna put in the daikon radish. I'm gonna put the lid on and grill like this for about 10 minutes or so. So 10 minutes has passed. Let's see the other side. Oh yeah, it's looking good. I'm gonna flip all of them. I'm gonna put the lid back on and then also grill on the other side for about 10 minutes. So 10 minutes has passed. See the other side. A little bit burnt, but it's okay. They all look very good. And here I'm gonna put in a little bit of soy sauce. About 1 to 2 teaspoons or so. When the soy sauce gets a little bit burnt, it adds this little bit smoky flavor to it. Then with that, this is finished. I'm gonna put it on a plate. So with that, this is finished. So as next time, I'm gonna boil the leaves of the daikon radish. So in boiling water, I'm gonna put in about half teaspoon of salt. Then I'm gonna put this in here. For this, you don't really need to cook that long, just about a minute or so is fine. So once this comes to boil, then this is finished. Then I'm gonna drain this. Then I'm gonna put this on a plate or something. And then I'm gonna put it to the side and let it cool down. So a couple minutes passed, this is cooled down. Then I'm gonna squeeze out a little bit of water from this. So for this, I'm gonna salt this, and for this amount, I'm gonna put in about 4 teaspoons or so. Then mix it up a little bit. Then I'm gonna leave it to the side for a little bit and let the salt soak in. And later, when the rice is cooked, I'm gonna mix this with rice. Then as the next thing, I'm gonna salt the cut up daikon radish for the salad. So for about a third of the daikon radish, I'm gonna put in about 4 teaspoons of salt. This helps get rid of a little bit of water and also get rid of the tanginess. So after about 10-15 minutes, we're gonna squeeze out the water. And now in this, I'm gonna put in a tuna can. So for the tuna can, I'm gonna get rid of the oil. Don't get rid of all the oil because a little bit of oil is good for the salad. I'm gonna put all this in here. Then we're gonna put in here about 2 to 3 tablespoons of Kewpie mayonnaise. If you don't have this, of course you can use regular mayonnaise. Then I'm gonna mix this up. Then into this, I'm gonna squeeze up a little lemon. Then also soy sauce, just about a teaspoon. Then with that, this is finished for the daikon salad. So as the next thing, let's make the miso sauce for the cooked daikon. So in a small pot like this, I'm gonna put in about 2 tablespoons of miso paste. Then here, 2 tablespoons of sake. And then also 1 tablespoon of sugar. Then we're gonna turn the heat to medium and warm this up to dissolve the sugar. Then once it starts bubbling, I'm gonna turn the heat to low. Then we're gonna keep heating like this for about 5 minutes or so. So this will be a little bit less soupy. And make sure you keep mixing like this, otherwise they'll burn on the bottom. So after it starts cooking like this, then this is good. Then this is finished. So as the next thing, I'm gonna boil the daikon radish for the furofuki daikon. And for that, like I said, we use this water that we got from cleaning the rice. In Japan, this is a very common method to boil the daikon radish. Somehow the starch in the rice will kind of take the edge off the tanginess of the daikon radish. And boiling daikon or any root vegetable, we say it's better to cook from cold water. So I'm gonna put it in here. And then we're gonna turn the heat to high and bring this to boil. So once this comes to a boil, then I'm going to turn the heat to medium and cook like this in medium heat for about 5 minutes or so. So after 5 minutes, then I'm going to get rid of this water. Then I'm going to quickly wash this. And then also quickly wash this pot. And then put in here a little bit of water. Then here I'm going to put in about half tablespoon of soy sauce, to just kind of give it a little base flavoring. And then I'm going to turn it to high and bring this to boil. I'm going to turn it to medium and we'll cook like this for about a couple minutes or so and let the flavor sink in. So then after a couple minutes, this is finished. Then I'm going to put this on a plate. So that's done for that. Then as the very last thing, I'm going to mix this with the cooked rice. So I'm going to take the rice in a bowl like this. Then I'm going to mix in these salted daikon leaves. That's all for that. I'm going to put it in a rice bowl. Then on top of this, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sesame seeds. Then with that, this is finished. Chop a little scallion. And these are all finished. Let's eat. It looks so good. Let's eat. Itadakimasu. Let's start with the nameshi, rice with the daikon leaves. Itadakimasu. Kind of very subtle bitter flavor and a little bit of saltiness with the rice goes really so well. Let's have the cooked daikon radish. I'm gonna put some miso sauce on it. Itadakimasu. Has a little subtle sweetness to it, and it just matches this miso sauce very well. This is next, then the grilled daikon radish. Itadakimasu. So this grilled daikon have also a very different flavor. Once it's grilled, the flavor is more concentrated, and this roasted soy sauce has really good nutty flavor to it. So delicious. Now the salad with the tuna. Itadakimasu. This flavor of the tuna with the soy sauce and the mayonnaise, such a great combination, and a little bit hint of the lemon juice and the crunchiness of the daikon radish has really good flavor to it. And then the Kiriboshi daikon, the dried daikon radish. Itadakimasu. It still has this crunchiness, but at the same time the flavor is concentrated and just goes so well with this sweet soy sauce flavor. And by the way, this sweet miso sauce, you can put it on the rice, just like this. Itadakimasu. It's also delicious. Oh, they're all so delicious. All these dishes were so savory. Even though these are all from the same ingredient, they also tasted so very different. And as you saw, making these recipes really not difficult at all. They each take no more than like 15 minutes or so, and most of them are strictly vegan. So if you're a vegetarian or vegan, I really hope you give this a try yourself. If you did enjoy this video, I'd love it if you could like button for me. And if you have any questions or requests or feedbacks, please feel free to write anything in the comments below. And if you want to see more cooking videos, please subscribe. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.